Hello and welcome to the first workshop in this Botow self-help training program. We'll begin where the air you breathe starts and ends its own journey into and away from your lungs. That is, with the nose. Although human noses come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes, all serve the same two crucial functions. The first is to act as an air conditioning plant to purify, warm and moisten each inhaled breath on its way to the lungs, enabling oxygen to be absorbed more easily and efficiently. This is why it can be hard to catch your breath on a winter's day, and also why people from very cold, dry climates tend to have broad, flattened nostrils in order to provide a greater surface area for performing this task. By contrast, the noses of people from very dry regions of the world tend to be longer and narrower. If you study the inside of your nose in the mirror, you'll probably be able to see three bulges. These are known medically as conchae or turbinates. The word comes from the Latin for a child's top. These prominences agitate the incoming air so as to ensure it circulates over as wide an area as possible. As air is drawn over them from the outside, the turbinates grow cooler and drier before the passage of warm, moist air flowing in the opposite direction from the lungs on each exhaled breath restores them again. In addition to warming and moistening incoming air, the nose is our body's first line of defense against dust, smoke, pollen, bacteria, viruses, fungi, and any other potentially harmful material in the surrounding air. It protects us by acting somewhat like a flypaper whose sticky surface is used to trap the insects. As with the flypaper, the linings of your nasal passage can only do their work properly provided they are kept moist. A dry, congested nose is not only unpleasant and uncomfortable, it also creates a barrier to efficient breathing by reducing airflow to and from the lungs. What's more, somebody whose nose is chronically congested soon gets into the habit of breathing through their mouth. Because breathing in this way fails to warm and moisten the incoming air sufficiently, it means that oxygen cannot be so easily absorbed by the lungs. Now, since the effectiveness of Botow depends on the efficiency of how we breathe, clearly it is essential to remove any such barriers before embarking on the training procedures themselves. Even if your nose is currently clear and your sinuses feel free of congestion, it's still worthwhile mastering these techniques, since there's bound to come a time, either through an infection or as a result of working in a dust or dirt-laden atmosphere, that you will need to know how to free up your breathing. Now, the first thing is to drink sufficient water. Provided you're eating a mixed diet, including fruit and vegetables, a high proportion of it preferably fresh and raw, there's no need to drink the 8 glasses per day some authorities advise, since much of your hydration need will be satisfied by the water within those foodstuffs. When you do drink water, be sure to do so slowly by taking small sips, since gulping down a glass of water will stimulate your kidneys and cause you to lose much of what you've just drunk in a very short space of time. This is a process known medically as water diuresis. By ensuring your body's many cries for water are fully heeded each day, your nasal passages will remain moist, trapping many airborne infections and much pollution, while inhalations and exhalations will flow smoothly and freely. Dry air in combination with already overly thickened mucus can cause a crust within the nasal passages, resulting in discomfort and possibly inflammation. To ensure their nasal passages remain clean and healthy, an increasing number of health-conscious people now use a daily nasal wash. This involves pouring a small amount of water into one nostril and allowing it to flow out of the other one. Now, if you've ever accidentally sucked in water through your nose while swimming or taking a bath, this may seem like a crazy thing to do. You'll know only too well how disagreeable the experience can be. There is, however, a world of difference between a carefully applied nasal wash using water at body temperature and the accidental inhalation of chlorinated or chemically treated water. The traditional method of administering a nasal wash is known as Yali-Neti, or saline nasal irrigation. You'll sometimes see it abbreviated to SNI. This ancient technique originated in the Hatha Yoga tradition and has been employed for thousands of years and across many cultures. So now let's have a look at how Hatha Yoga Yali-Neti works. You have been previewing Workshop 1 of the Botao Home Training Program. For more information or to download all 8 workshops, please go to www.askdrdavid.co.uk.